Going to do a little bit of a different format of video. Usually in Vehicle Hunter we go out, we test cars, but today I wanted to show you something different. We're going to look at the cars of Breaking Bad. This is a great show. I'm sure you've seen this show before on TV. It's really pretty amazing, but the cars really work well with the characters. And what I'm going to show you in this video is Walter White's car, a Pontiac Aztek. Pontiac Aztek is a car that it wasn't a great success. It was a terrible car. On Craigslist you can find it like really cheap. Since Breaking Bad happened, the prices have gone up because it's become a collector's item among Breaking Bad fans. But the car itself is terrible. It's essentially a little bit like the Honda Element of Pontiac, or at least Pontiac was trying to create something similar to the Honda Element, but it didn't work out. It's a really bad functioning car, very unreliable. It looks terrible. I don't think anybody in the world has ever said that this Pontiac Aztek was a great looking car. Essentially it says a lot about the stage in his life that he's in. He is a joke. No one respects him. He works at a car wash part-time and he's a teacher full-time, so he can't even make a decent living, that he has to supplement his living with working another job. Respect in his life. It's not a great car, and it suits him really well. I was wondering like why the producers of Breaking Bad or the writers of Breaking Bad would pick such a car. This car on paper looks really good. Like if you were to read the specs, it's got ample horsepower. You can take it camping. It's great for outdoorsy people. But then you see it in real life and you realize that this car is like just a complete farce. It's not like the Honda Element that's actually good, reliable, and people just drive them everywhere. There are a couple transitions that are pretty important that I think a lot of people miss. There's one where he wrecks his car intentionally when he's driving Hank past where he works and he doesn't want Hank to know. That little transition, there's a short transition where he actually gets a white Toyota Yaris 4-door, which is a rental. I think a lot of people miss it. It's kind of like almost like a joke of a car. It's like it doesn't seem to fit him anymore. But that really is one of the more important parts of the story, because this is when Walter White gets a new chance and he drives off in the white Toyota Yaris, and this really means like he has a chance to either go back into like good or bad. And then his Pontiac Aztek gets repaired and the mechanic is looking over the car and he's like really into the car, and he's doing what a lot of mechanics do to use up the insurance. He just gets all the cheapest parts, he fixes it, but the mechanic is really into the car.
Really like this car. She's sturdy as all hell. I'm betting you get another 200,000 miles.
Walter White, he really wants to get rid of this car. Like it's as if like he's trying to get rid of his old self, and the car just keeps coming back.
You give me $50 and she's all yours.
Trying to kill his former self. He gets, instead of getting a Toyota Yaris or getting something that's you know, a little bit more conservative, he decides to get a Chrysler 300 black.
Bonfire!
So he goes from a white car to black. So that is a very important part in the development of this character. That is the turning point when he goes from white to black, Toyota Yaris to Chrysler 300. I believe it's more product placement than anything else. I bet the writers were going like, we need a badass car that just kind of screams like he is totally into this badass character of his, this evil sort of guy. It was paid by Chrysler to have a product placement, but at least they did the product placement really well. After you kind of realize how the characters work with the cars, it really is kind of fascinating. It gives Walter White a different layer of story. Walter gets back into civilization. He's driving another car. It's a Volvo 240D, and he's listening to Felina, which is a song about this cowboy dying as he's riding off. He gets shot. This is very telling of what's going to happen in the story, and you know right away that he's going to die. He has New Hampshire license plates too, and the motto on top is live free or die. So you know he's coming to an end. It's what a lot of college professors or hipsters would drive. You know, one of the important things about Breaking Bad cars, at least the drug dealers and like all of these people that work with drugs, they do not drive flashy cars, and they don't drive it for a reason, because they do not want attention. So this was a Walter White's Breaking Bad cars. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe.